Well, it's day 11 of the proceedings here at the Old Bailey. There are 8 defendants on trial, as you said, and Rebekah Brooks, who was previously editor of The Sun, then the News of the World, and then in charge of News International, the parent company. She arrived this morning with her husband, Charlie Brooks. He is also one of the defendants. Andy Coulson arrived a little later, and the focus this morning from the prosecution has been very much on stories that appeared in the News of the World in 2004 and 5 when Andy Coulson was in charge. And one of those stories was about David Blunkett. He was a very senior Labour cabinet minister at the time. In the autumn of 2005, he was Work and Pensions Secretary. And some voicemail messages that he had left on the phone of a friend, a woman called Sally Anderson, were hacked. And the jury heard some of those voicemail messages this morning. And in the first of those messages that were left, the jury heard him speaking on tape saying this: "They're all being absolutely vile. I'm really sorry. Someone is destroying both of our lives at this moment in time. It's vile, absolutely vile. Whoever it is, I hope they rot in hell." He then went on, we heard in a second recording, again, this is a message left on the phone of his friend Sally Anderson. He then went on to say, "I don't know who's done this to us, but they are real bastards," in his distinctive Yorkshire accent. And then after that, he said they were doing it for the money, the world stinks. So these were 2 voicemail messages among several which were heard, left by David Blunkett at the time on the phone of his friend Sally Anderson, played to the jury this morning. So extremely intimate details of where he was, his state of mind at the time when the relationship the two were said to be having. Now, at the time, Mr Blunkett didn't know that Sally Anderson had in fact contacted the publicist Max Clifford and eventually sold her story about the friendship to the News of the World, and it resulted in a story that appeared some months later.